In the turbulent history of Africa, few figures loom as large or controversial as Idi Amin. Known as the Butcher of Uganda, Amin's reign of terror left a lasting mark on the nation and echoed across continents. Born in 1925 in the rural village of Kiboko, in northwestern Uganda. His early life was marked by poverty and instability, with Amin losing his father at a young age and facing numerous challenges growing up. Despite these obstacles, Amin displayed an early aptitude for military life and eventually joined the King's African Rifles, KR, a regiment of the British colonial army. His military career would lay the foundation for his later ascent to power. Amin's military career was marked by ambition and ruthlessness. Rising through the ranks of the KAR, he quickly gained a reputation for his physical strength and leadership abilities. Amin's loyalty to the British colonial authorities during World War II earned him favor within the military hierarchy, paving the way for his rapid advancement. By the 1960s, Amin had become one of the most powerful military figures in Uganda, setting the stage for his eventual rise to power. The year 1971 marked a turning point in Ugandan history, as Amin orchestrated a military coup that would thrust him into power. On January 25, Amin seized control of the government, overthrowing the administration of President Milton Obote. The coup was swift and violent, with Amin consolidating his authority through force and intimidation. With his grip on power secured, Amin embarked on a reign of terror that would define his rule. During his 8-year rule, Amin's regime was characterized by brutality, oppression, and widespread human rights abuses. Political opponents were targeted for imprisonment, torture, and execution, while dissent was brutally suppressed. Amin's rule was marked by a climate of fear and paranoia, with informants and secret police monitoring every aspect of society. Ethnic minorities, particularly the Akoli and Langi peoples, faced persecution and violence, further deepening divisions within Ugandan society. Amin's erratic behavior and grandiose ambitions strained Uganda's relationships with other nations. His expulsion of Asians from Uganda in 1972 led to widespread condemnation and further isolated the country on the international stage. Amin's regime became increasingly isolated, as his actions drew condemnation from the international community. Despite this isolation, Amin forged alliances with other authoritarian regimes, including those in Libya and Saudi Arabia, which provided him with crucial support during his rule. The expulsion of Asians from Uganda had devastating consequences for the country's economy. The departure of skilled professionals and business owners crippled industries and led to widespread unemployment and economic instability. Amin's mismanagement of the economy exacerbated the situation, plunging Uganda into a period of economic decline and hardship. The country's once thriving economy was in shambles, with widespread poverty and deprivation becoming the norm for many Ugandans. Amin's reign of terror eventually came to an end in 1979, when a coalition of Ugandan exiles and Tanzanian forces launched a military campaign to oust him from power. The Uganda-Tanzania War, which ensued, marked the final chapter of Amin's dictatorship. After a brutal conflict that claimed thousands of lives, Amin was forced to flee into exile, first to Libya and later to Saudi Arabia, where he lived until he died in 2003. His ouster marked the end of a dark chapter in Ugandan history, but the scars of his rule would continue to haunt the nation for decades to come.